if the NBA was willing to do, these 5 or 6 things, would that be something you guys could consider? They were never actually proposed by the NBA. We were never actually given the chance to formally respond to these things. They were just what-if ideas that were thrown out by the mediator. So we respectfully disagree with the idea that the NBA adopted these positions and made them as proposals. This was not something that happened until they broke off the negotiations at the end. And they told us that by the end of business on Wednesday, they go back to 47% and a flex cap. If we did not accept a 51 to 49 ban, which is essentially 50%, there'd be nowhere in the world we'd ever get to 51%. So it's not a ban. And that they would formally accept the what-ifs that were put out by the mediator. And so with the system issues that we have left open, that we felt like were significant, that we must have in order to get a deal done, they did not go very far at all in trying to close that gap. And we just did not get the sense that they really had the intent coming in here tonight to get this deal done, because there was every opportunity to do it. We were prepared to stay here until the sun came up to get this deal done. And so on that note, we will, obviously as a group, assess our situation, assess where we are, make sure that we're communicating clearly to our players where things stand. But right now, we've been given the ultimatum, and our answer is that's not acceptable to us. So from there, we can open it up to next 2 questions. Well, we're consistent in staying in touch with our players and making sure they're aware of where the deal is, constantly getting updates, from our staff. As the president and obviously for our executive committee, we have a responsibility to be gatekeepers and be leaders. And so our job is to take a deal to our players that we're comfortable presenting and that we feel will get passed and will receive the votes to get basketball back up and running. And at this point, we don't have a deal to propose. So that's what our position would be right now.
Of the 5 what-ifs that they adopted, was there 1 or 2 or any of them that you all felt comfortable with presenting to your group?
Maybe 1, and we'd still have to have some conversation on that particular